As the opulent lights of the royal gala dimmed, a palpable tension filled the air. The audience sat in awe, immersing themselves in a world of glamour and sophistication. But amidst the dazzling atmosphere, one moment took everyone by surprise. Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, froze. Her eyes were locked onto a familiar glimmer that pierced through the glittering evening. Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, was adorned with a tiara belonging to the late Princess Diana. A wave of gasps rippled through the crowd. What compelled Catherine to halt her stride? Why did this moment stir so much emotion? The royal family's profound legacy was woven into this singular piece of jewelry, an emblem of love, heartbreak, and public scrutiny. This isn't just an accessory. It is a connection to a beloved figure lost too soon, sparking an internal battle, as Catherine wrestled with her feelings amid the flash of cameras and whispers from the crowd. She felt the weight of history sit heavy on her shoulders, knowing the world's eyes were fixed on her every reaction as she stood at the brink of a familial confrontation. The gala, a pinnacle event in the royal calendar, brimmed with elegance. Guests adorned in finery mingled and exchanged pleasantries, the atmosphere alive with laughter and celebration. Yet, hidden beneath the surface was an undercurrent of unresolved issues and history, much like the richly woven fabric of royal ties. Catherine had prepared for this evening, aware of the demands of her public role. As she greeted guests with poise, her mind raced, anxious over her responsibilities, both as a duchess and a daughter-in-law. She envisioned the evening unfolding smoothly, filled with joy and acceptance. Still, the sight of the tiara ignited a sense of urgency, a reminder of unresolved wounds, contrasting the royal veneer. The evening, intended to showcase unity, soon became a focal point of tension. Whispers echoed about familial ties, and Catherine exchanged glances with her husband, Prince William, who immediately noticed her uneasiness. She wondered, could this seemingly glamorous event unravel into a tableau of royal discord? As Camilla walked past, the rare diamond tiara sparkled under the chandeliers, echoing whispers of the past. This tiara was not just an ornate accessory, it was part of Diana's legacy. Catherine, with her deep-rooted respect for her late mother-in-law, felt the emotional weight crash over her. Suddenly, the air was thick with memories of Diana, the elegance, the tragedies, and the enduring love she inspired. Was it appropriate for Camilla to wear the tiara? A torrent of questions flooded Catherine's mind. The dichotomy of royal appearances and personal grief entwined in a single moment, adding to the unspoken burden resting on her chest. Standing amidst the noise of laughter and festivity, she felt isolated. The crowd was immersed in the evening's joys, but for Catherine, there was an undeniable tension. She was caught in a delicate dance of reclaiming family bonds and respecting pain from the past. As she witnessed her husband speaking amiably with Camilla, Catherine's thoughts were consumed by the unresolved feelings concerning the tiara and what it represented. The gala, while a celebration, became a moment where the past threatened to overshadow the present. The room began to hold its breath as the rare tiara cast reflections of light, echoing both admiration and scrutiny. Is it appropriate? Catherine wondered. Her inner turmoil was visible. The glances and whispers from others only heightened her distress. The emotional gravity of the night surged within her, a battle between familial loyalty and the legacy of Diana that called out. Catherine grappled with feelings of protectiveness and sadness as she thought of the late princess, who was so much more than a public figure. She was a mother, a symbol of hope, and a beloved icon uniting generations. Diana's memory loomed large in that grand hall. The tiara, which once symbolized her timeless elegance, now reflected a complicated legacy. She could not stand by and allow it to be merely an ornament on another, especially when it sparked controversy and reminded the world of the haunting dichotomy of their lives. Are we healing, or are we reopening old wounds? Catherine questioned silently, her heart racing. Was this an opportunity for reconciliation, or would it only open the floodgates for public scrutiny and tension? The silence enveloped her, amplifying the stakes of the confrontation she felt she had to initiate. Amidst the glittering event, a deeper, unseen truth began to unfold. Catherine felt the need to confront her own emotions regarding the legacy of the beloved princess. The tiara stirred feelings of grief and unresolved tension, igniting a fierce protectiveness for Diana's memory, her laughter, her love, and the legacy she left behind. The feelings of yearning to preserve Diana's legacy flooded Catherine's consciousness. This wasn't simply about a piece of jewelry. It was about honoring a mother and friend who had been taken way too soon. The tiara became symbolic of the journeys all royals faced: love, loss, and the heavy burden of expectation. As she stood there, she realized the complexities of the royal narrative, the stories they share, the pains they bury, and the public's unfaltering scrutiny. How could they bridge the gap between the past and the present? The looming question hung in the air. Would they choose unity or discord? Catherine understood that the heart of the royal family was about overcoming adversity together. She must tread carefully to honor both her late mother-in-law and the woman who bore her successor. The moment was heavy with possibilities, and with each passing second, the anticipated confrontation drew closer. The tension peaked when Catherine made the decision that would shift the gala's atmosphere. "I need to address this now," she thought, stepping toward her husband and Camilla, determination in her stride. She knew the importance of taking a stand, not just for herself, but for the memory of Diana and for the future stability of their family. As she approached, the chatter of the gala faded into an eerie silence, the importance of this moment settling heavily upon all present. Catherine's voice, steady yet filled with emotion, uttered words that would resonate beyond the evening. "Camilla, can we talk?" The simple request turned heads. Eyes sought clarity within the unfolding drama. William, sensing the shift, moved closer, concern etched upon his face. Everyone held their breath, anticipating how this emotional confrontation would unfold. Catherine's heart raced, knowing she stood on the precipice of a significant moment. She could feel the weight of expectation bearing down as she navigated the complexities of family loyalty, history, and the essence of what it means to wear such a tiara. Moment by moment, the atmosphere grew more charged as the audience waited for the resolution that would either bind or break their fragile unity. The cameras began to roll, capturing this unexpected royal encounter. Speculation brewed as the audience watched, some gasping, others intrigued by the unfolding drama. This wasn't merely gossip, this was intimate, a family grappling with legacy under the scrutiny of the world. As Catherine uttered her words, the tension in the room thickened. "You're wearing my mother-in-law's tiara." Her tone quivered with a blend of sorrow, anger, and vulnerability. The audience leaned forward, eyes wide, sensing the weight behind her feelings. Suddenly, the air thickened as Catherine conveyed her sentiments. They were not simply words. They represented a family's deep connection to a beloved figure. Camilla, taken aback, could feel the historical implications of her choice to wear a piece so steeped in emotional significance. "How could you?" The words hung between them, laden with years of public perception and personal history. Catherine's voice shook slightly, a mixture of frustration and love. How might her confrontation reveal the intricacies of their relationships, forever altered by time and circumstance? As whispers circulated, the public began to pick sides. The royal family was once again at the mercy of public opinion. Would they rally around Catherine, the grieving daughter-in-law, or would they side with Camilla, the woman striving to honor a legacy at any cost? The media had a field day, seizing the moment, crafting narratives that could sway public sentiment. In that charged moment, feelings exploded. Camilla, feeling the intensity, could see the pain etched on Catherine's face. This was more than just a disagreement. It represented a clash between the past and present, between two women on different journeys, intertwined by love and loss. With a soft resolve, Camilla lowered her gaze, momentarily overwhelmed. "I only hope to honor Diana by wearing it," she softly replied, the sincerity of her intentions evident. The crowd remained silent, aware they were witnessing a moment of vulnerability played out in public. Surrounded by onlookers, Catherine's heart softened slightly as she recognized Camilla's earnestness. Their shared grief and complicated relationship began to unravel. This could become an opportunity for healing rather than heightening their differences. The emotions laid bare painted a picture of two women in a fragile yet crucial stage of their lives. In response, Catherine relaxed her tone. "It's just, this tiara means so much to all of us," she managed, genuinely seeking common ground. The silence hung heavy as the realization of their shared connection developed slowly, silently encouraging an unspoken truce that could emerge from this moment of conflict. As silence enveloped them, one could almost sense the shift in the air. The audience, too, felt the weight of history and grief as they waited for the next move. A collective breath was held as the royal family navigated this turbulent moment at the heart of the gala. The audience remained hushed, waiting for the conclusion of this emotional standoff. Catherine's heart raced as anxiety ebbed and flowed, her vulnerability exposed for all to see. Would deeper family ties be reformed, or would this divide them further? Catherine couldn't help but reflect on the significance of this confrontation. Was this the moment that would define the royal family for years to come? The reality of their shared history felt like a fragile thread connecting them all. She realized this scenario wasn't just about a tiara. It was about reconciliation and moving forward from the past while honoring the memory of Diana. The truth emerged. Their familial bond had been tested but not broken. Watching her husband, William, standing by her side, she could see the resolve in his eyes, which spoke volumes. "Let's find a way to heal," his gaze seemed to convey, reinforcing the idea that they could work through their struggles as a united front. Time appeared to slow down as Catherine contemplated the outcome. This moment could define their relationship moving forward, bringing them closer as a family who shared a love for Diana. The air was charged not only with tension, but with hope as well. Finally, Catherine took a deep breath, allowing the royal obligation and personal grief to meld within her. In the face of adversity, she thought of Diana's legacy and the values she had instilled in her family: love, compassion, and understanding. "Let's remember her together," she offered, eyes meeting Camilla's with a newfound sense of respect. It became clear that strength could be found even in the most fragile moments. As Camilla nodded and they reached for each other's hands, the crowd exhaled, a wave of satisfaction rippling through the hall. In a moment of unity, Catherine addressed the audience, speaking not just to her family, but to everyone watching. "This tiara must symbolize our commitment to love and remembrance, of Diana, of family." The emotional crescendo resonated deeply with those present, leaving them in awe of the unfolding reconciliation. As they turned together, presenting a united front, the room erupted into applause, a demand for positivity and harmony that underlined the importance of family. The atmosphere, once thick with tension, transformed into one of renewed hope and understanding, reminding everyone of the love that binds them, despite their histories. If you enjoyed this royal story, follow us for more royal drama, fascinating royal history, and the latest verified royal updates. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next royal story. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.